5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today we're with Jeton Beavers. Jeton's been a little bit remiss in our program because most of the time he's getting surgeries instead of training, but he got a shoulder surgery this past January. That was his second with his labrum, and he's done a good job with his rehab. You can see that he's got a good structure to build on, and we're looking for him to do great things this year. Jeton also runs about a 4.7 40. So he's got great size and great speed, so we're going to be looking for him coming off the edge. Today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at hip mobility and some of the things we do there to promote flexibility in the hip. First thing we're going to do is work with the right leg. We're going to do a front lunge, and we're trying to get deep into that hip. Want that back knee up, want that front shin straight up and down, both arms inside the leg. Let's go ahead and try to work this elbow down to the ground. And we're basically going to work angles in the hip. Now, we do a lot of hip development in our program, so we want to balance the development with mobility. We need both mobility and strength and power in the hip. I always say the hip is the life of the engine. Okay, now what we're going to do is rotate both feet this way into a right side lunge. So his chest's up, he's trying to get his hip down. He's also stretching the opposite groin with this particular stretch. His feet are pointed straight ahead to me. Okay, he's gonna go ahead and rotate back to that front lunge. And next thing we would do is we'd work both of those back and forth. Now what Jeton's gonna do is he's gonna move his foot back, point it to me. He's going to take that right arm, put it around his leg. He's going to rotate his chest and hip under and keep that back leg straight. He should be feeling this a little bit deeper in the hip, a little bit higher in the hip. And then we're going to go the other way. Go left leg, deep front lunge. Okay, work the elbows down. And of course, we'd rotate this way to left side lunge. So we work that back and forth. Go ahead back to front lunge. Okay, now we're going to move that foot back, point the left leg toward me. Toes pointed in my direction. Rotate the hip under, chest under, left leg around. Okay, pretty good. Okay, this next stretch is referred to as a pigeon. It has to be done properly, and it really makes a big difference when you stretch if the stretches are done correctly. So we want that front leg at 90 degrees. He's gonna try to get his chest up nice and tall. He's on the side of his leg, not his hip. He's gonna work this opposite hip to the ground, keeping that back leg straight. And of course, we do the other leg the same way. This next stretch, we're basically targeting the Piriformis. And what we have is a figure 4 position here. Jeton's gonna reach down through with his hands, grab the opposite leg and pull it back. Just gonna relax his front leg. Okay, good. Obviously, we do that on both sides. Okay, this next stretch, we're going to try to get deeper into that hip. So I want him to keep his torso and hips in a straight line, keep them in the same place. Move his foot out here about 6 inches. I want him to cross his legs nice and tight now and go ahead and pull that knee up. He should be feeling that a little bit up higher into that hip. All right, good job. So obviously we do a lot of things in our program for hip strengthening. We want to work from here to here with the majority of exercises with which we target our football players, because that's where we sprint, we jump, we block, we tackle. So it's very important. Jeton is poised to have a great year this year, and we're going to be looking for him coming off the edge because we feel like he's done a great job this summer with getting himself back to full go.